Joining us right now is Democratic Congressman Jared Moskowitz of Florida. He sits on House Oversight and the Foreign Affairs Committees. It's good to see you. Thank you so much, Congressman. You're going to vote on Saturday on these foreign aid bills, says Mike Johnson. But when it comes to Ukraine, it's been stalled so long. The pleading from Ukraine has turned into rationing ammunition on the battlefield. So what is the message Ukraine should take from what's happening now?
Well, thanks, Kate. Thanks for having me. I mean, look, it's better late than never, obviously. I mean, there was a chance that what was going on over the last couple of months because of the politics of this on the other side of the aisle, that this may not have happened at all. And so, yeah, look, it is behind, right? Ukraine has lost ground because we have delayed, because of the politics of my colleagues across the aisle. But Speaker Johnson now has decided to move. As Hakeem Jeffries, my leader, said, this is a Chamberlain or Churchill moment. And it looks like Leader Jeffries is going to help potentially Mike Johnson make this a Churchill moment for all Americans, because that's really where we are. We can't let the Freedom Caucus, the Chaos Caucus, the folks that literally want to see the world burn, the isolationists who would literally let Putin take Europe and would let the Ayatollah in Iran take Israel. That's what they would let happen if they got their way. And so, you know, we are the democracy in the world. We are the greatest country ever on the planet. It's our time to lead in the 118th Congress, and I think Democrats and Republicans are going to take that together.
Related to this is what happened in committee yesterday with Marjorie Taylor Greene. She went off about neo-Nazis in Ukraine, raising concern about what's now widely considered misinformation, and also was how Putin justified his invasion of Ukraine in the first place. He was rooting out Nazis in Ukraine, is what he said. You responded to her in committee. I want to play for everyone a little bit of what you said.
Stop bringing up Nazis and Hitler. The only people who know about Nazis and Hitler are the 10 million people and their families who lost their loved ones, generations of people who were wiped out. It is enough of this disgusting behavior using Nazis as propaganda. You want to talk about Nazis? Get yourself over to the Holocaust Museum. You go see what Nazis did.
What do you think is going on there with Marjorie Taylor Greene taking time in committee, in a committee hearing, to push this?
Yeah, I don't think there's a psychologist in the world that knows what's going on with Marjorie Taylor Greene. I mean, we're going to have to study that for generations. I mean, it's just out of control. And what was getting frustrating to me is that other people, her members, her Republican colleagues who know this stuff is lunacy, sit there like, oh, that's just like another normal day. No, we got to stop this nonsense. You go talk to Jewish families, you go talk to Russian families, you go talk to, you know, other families that were killed by the Nazis. 10 million people were killed by the Nazis, right? They set up a Dewey Decimal System of death by putting numbers on people's arms and then, you know, bringing them into concentration camps and the gas chambers and the ovens. No one is doing that in Ukraine. It's ridiculous, okay? And so the idea that we were just going to sit there and let her tell people, oh, the reason we shouldn't help Ukraine is because there are Nazis, garbage, right? That's coming right out of the mouth of Putin. And so, look, as someone whose grandmother was part of the Kinder transport out of Germany as a child, she was put on a train in Berlin and sent off to the UK, which saved her life. I just wasn't going to sit there and stand for that. Of all people, Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? Trust me, the Jewish community does not want her to be our spokesperson.
Greene is threatening Speaker Johnson with possibly moving to remove him from the chair over bringing Ukraine aid to the floor. You said that you would help stop that effort. You would help keep Johnson in the job. Have you heard from Democratic leader Jeffries on this? Is this what it's going to come to, do you think?
Well, first, I mean, look, you know, based on what Marjorie Taylor Greene's been doing, that's why today I filed an amendment. It's in the system, which would name her Congress's special envoy to Putin. So that way we can just make it official, quite frankly. You know, as far as the motion to vacate, you know, I'm going to a caucus meeting at 9 o'clock. I'm going to listen to what Hakeem Jeffries says. I think, as you saw, the caucus has the utmost respect for our leader, which is why he's able to keep the entire caucus together. I mean, he's been tremendous. This doesn't happen without his leadership. But look, I have said this before, and I will say it again. There is not a circumstance where I sit in the people's house and allow Marjorie Taylor Greene to throw the world into chaos and to embolden China, to embolden Russia by letting her garbage stop us from standing by our allies. What would the message be to the world? Not just Ukraine and Israel, all of our allies. They will look at us now as not dependable. They will say democracy is on the decline. Democrats are not going to stand for that. I imagine I'm going to hear something like that from Hakeem Jeffries today.
And there, you're going to have a special caucus meeting to talk about this for sure, among other things. Congressman, thanks for coming on. Jared Moskowitz.
Thank you. Appreciate it.